Good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing today? Um, I just want to come on quickly and give you guys a little nugget here on Tuesday afternoon. I am sitting here in my office and I am planning out some things. I have some e-courses that are going out, and I just wanted to remind you, if you already know, and let you know if you don't know, that about the biggest selling tool that you have in your arsenal, and that is your story. So often, we as business owners, we want to tell everybody how fabulous our product or our service is and how it's going to work for them. But the one thing that we are missing is to tell our story of how did we get to the point of selling this product, because your story is what's going to make your product fantastic or your service fantastic. I'm going to give you an example. Like in my hair care business, I always tell my story of how I first started with my products. I was having issues with my scalp way back in like 2003. I had issues for years with having dry, flaky scalp. And then one day I was putting a facial mask on my face, and I was wondering, and I was scrubbing my face, and I'm like, I wonder if I use this on my scalp, will it scrub off this dry, flaky, terrible dandruff that I had? And I read the ingredients and I was thinking, no, it's going to tear my hair up. But what if I came up with something that I could make a scrub for my scalp, but it wouldn't harm my hair? And so that's how my journey began. And I'm not going to tell you the whole story, but that story alone is what brings people in. And then eventually I, went to a holistic specialist who trained me, and she helped me develop products. And then I started selling my products, and that has a lot to do with how I got into how I'm helping you guys and came up with Woman on the Rise, because then I had an online store. And this is a totally separate story for a totally separate business, but I had an online store and I was paying people to run it, and it was costing me money, and I wasn't making as much money as I was spending, because I had to have an SEO specialist for this and someone to put up the store, someone to run the website, and it was costing me money. And then one day, the company that I had hired to do all of these things, it just went out of business, and they switched me to another company. And that company, I had called them and said, well, I want some changes on my website. And they were like, and with my store, and they were like, well, it's going to be $125 an hour. And I was like, I can't keep spending this money, because I wasn't making the money and getting the customers. And that's where my journey began, where I started to learn how to get customers online, how to build a website, how to make an opt-in, how to use Facebook ads. All of that came from the company going out of business and switching me to another company that was going to charge me even more money. So I just want to remind you that your story is the most powerful selling tool you have. So practice on cultivating your story. When you go to networking events and you talk to people about your business, don't forget to incorporate your story, because your story is so powerful. You would be amazed at how many people are willing to give you a try. I hope you guys don't see that. I had something up on the camera. Are willing to try you out and try out your products and services just from your story, because you are the commodity, you are the brand. Whether or not you sell cookies, whether you sell cakes, talk about maybe how your grandmother taught you, and you sold it at a church for a church donation, and people were saying, hey, you really should sell that. Or people started asking you, can you make cakes for them, or can you make cookies for them? Whatever it is that you do, think about your story. Think about how you began and how you got into that business, and remember to share that business with potential clients. And so that's my nugget for today. Now, incidentally, I want to give you guys a little announcement. I am going to be putting out, we are going to have the webinar, my 3-part system to building a customer base. Over the years, as you just heard my story, I came up with a system, and this is how people always say, Stephanie, how do you get so many clients? How do I get so many people on my email list? Because I have thousands of people on my email list. How do I do that? And it is I had to think about it because I was like, I can't give you just one answer, but it is a 3-part system. So I put everything together and I'm like, it's really just 3 parts. It's basically identifying your ideal customer, creating a killer opt in, and spending money on Facebook ads for $5 a day, basically. And that is what I'm going to teach you guys, how to find your customers right online. And, with that $5 a day I make 10 times that easy on a slow week. So, I shouldn't even say 10 times, more like 30 times. But even at just $5 a day, and then I show you how to scale that up. But I'm looking at those dates being March 23rd and 30th, which is on a Monday. And if we need it, we're going to do April 6th too, because I am going to deep dive into it. Now, this is going to be a live webinar. It is going to be on a Monday evening at 7 p.m. And the webinar price, I do have to put a price on it because I have, software that I have to pay for. And like I said, I spent thousands of dollars to learn how to do this. So, it's only fair that others pay me a little something to do it. Plus, we got to pay for the software. But the class is going to be $47. I will be putting up the page soon where you can go on and register for the class. And if you can't make it at those times, because it is going to be live, we're going to be able to ask questions. And like I said, I had to pay for that software, which is March 23rd and 30th. It will be recorded as well. And if you can't make it, you can watch the recording. And then if you have questions, you can always post it in the group. And I will definitely answer it. But like I said, that's March 23rd and 30th. And if need be, April 6th. So we're talking 2 weeks in a row, possibly 3, depending on how well we get to it. I'm thinking we might need the 3 because you guys might have a lot of questions. And so April 6th might be mostly question and answer because each class is only going to be maybe about 90 minutes to 2 hours, but 2 hours is our limit. So with that, if you have any questions, you can post it below this video. But just remember, tell your story. Your story is what's going to sell your product or your service. And with that, I hope you guys have a great day. Keep working on your business. And I'm working to help you grow it. So I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye.